Direct marketing is the first form of non-store retailing. Now, when we talk about direct marketing, you could say this is the ultimate form of retailing where we directly relate to the consumer. We establish a direct relationship with the consumer, and that is the basis for non-store retailing. We can use radio channels, direct mail, e-marketing, television, billboards, mobile marketing, web marketing, websites, landing pages. The list goes on. And if we look at major category of formatting, we can look at mail order retailing, catalog retailing, the traditional formats, television e-tailing. But e-tailing itself has blown up so much that there are so many different means of reaching a consumer apart from the store-based brick and mortar means that was known earlier. In this too, in non-store also, we have formats which are print media, broadcast media, as well as the electronic media, or sorry, rather the social media. Direct selling. Now, what basically is direct selling is more like a distribution. A manufacturer goes through a distribution network, and you can only purchase from that distributor network. This is something which is followed in multi-level marketing concepts like Amway follows it, Avon, Modicare, many other players have entered the market, Tupperware, where the products which are sold by these retailers is not something that you would get into any store and be able to buy it. If I want to buy something, if I want to buy a Tupperware, you cannot enter Spar or buy Tupperware. I wouldn't get Tupperware anywhere. I can get Signoware. I can get any other kind. I know Tupperware as a brand can only be bought from the people who are the distributors. And this Tupperware has an interesting case study actually, where it started off as something which was sold where a few women got together and they started selling this product, and it is a very closed loop distributor network, and you can only buy it from these people. Like if I want to buy an Amway product, I can only buy it from an Amway distributor. I cannot enter any store and say I want Amway. Catalog showrooms. Now catalog showrooms works very differently. You do not really have the product in there, you only have the catalog as in you go to a restaurant, you order from a menu, and you also have the product which is given to you there. Now, just like how you look at the menu and you select the products, when you enter a catalog showroom, you will be given a catalog of the products which is available there. Well, it can be based on consumer electronics, jewelry, any category. Let's look at a category like, say, Asian paints. You go through a category of different types of paints. You select the color, you select the code, you tell them what code have you selected, what is the type variety you want, and then they will get that product for you from the warehouse, and that would be procured for you, and then you would basically be able to purchase that after it is procured. You won't have all the products in there. You'll only be able to look at the catalog, and whenever you want it, those products will be procured later. So this is a different way of selling, and very upscale market. It's also gone into a very upscale market where you have some very high-end products. You can enter certain stores and just look at their catalogs. It can probably be even delivered to you. um, IKEA, Avon for cosmetics, IKEA for furniture, Asian Paints, Tanishq examples are given out there. Next category is automated vending or airport retailing. Now here, when I say non-store, right, think of everything that you can think out there which is not related to a store. I mean, any way you can sell a product which is not a brick and mortar store. Vending machines are a great place to one stop for everything that you want. Like you have coffee vending machines, you have cold drink vending machines where you can just go. We do not have this concept a lot around in India, but we only have it in very central locations like airports, where you can just enter one of the automated vending machines. You put the money in there, you select the product you want, and uh, the product that you want will actually be, you'll be able to collect it at the bottom. You'll probably have seen this in movies, but you do not get to see this around, because if this is implemented around in India, the simplest way to rob the entire store is just pick that vending machine and take it home, break it, and you can get all the products. So it won't turn out to be a profitable venture in India, except for closely guarded places like airports and other places where you can have it. Uh, E-tailers is just a broad categorization of everything that is related to e-commerce retail. Okay, you can throw a lot of examples to me, saying Amazon, Flipkart, radio shopping, anything that covers e-tailing. I hope this gives you an idea of what non-store retailing is. Anything that is not related to brick and mortar way of selling. Herein is a small table given to you to be able to understand in terms of size, population, pricing, and items carried. How do these categorizations differ? Hypermarkets, supermarkets, discount store, convenience stores. If I look at the difference between convenience store to hypermarket, if you look in pricing, you will give it at a MRP, but in hypermarkets you'll give it lower than the MRP. If I look in terms of population, a convenience store is for everyone, but the hypermarket is only for middle income groups. Convenience stores size will vary, generally very small size, but it can vary. But hypermarkets need large spacing, 25,000 to 50,000 square feet, because they put everything under the umbrellas. Hypermarkets examples: Big Bazaar, convenience stores, the Spencer's Daily given here. I haven't visited a Spencer's Daily, but okay, this convenience store called Spencer's Daily. I need to visit that sometime. Items carried will vary in a convenience store, but is specialized in each store, and generally are the items that we generally would buy: milk, bread, eggs, tobacco products, newspapers, anything that we want on a daily basis. Hypermarkets sell almost all categories of products. Services retailing, which is your last formatting in terms of your retail formats. Services retailing, I can categorize it based on the degree of intangibility, based on the recipient of the service, and the manner in which the service itself is delivered to the customer. Now, when I talk about degree of intangibility, what am I referring here? Let's say I'm looking at a car rental service or a laundry service. Here it's something which is tangible. If I'm talking about a service like life insurance, investments in securities, then I'm talking about investments in portfolios. I'm looking at an intangible in nature. The service would involve the retail of assorted services to the top client. Key services and retail banking itself is a service, and it's as a separate sector in services retailing. Retail banking has a lot of products like home loans, car loans, personal loans. These are the services that the retail banking itself would offer. Electricity, gas service is also would come under your service retailing. Service contracts which can be entered into for a couple of durable goods like maintenance of water filters, laptop systems, generally, or mm, Aquaguard does this. They will, after selling the product, they'll also get into a service contract where they will, on a say annual contract or a 3-year contract, they'll come into your servicing. So that is service retailing. Anything that you can think of, whether it comes to computer repairs, also would come into the category of service retailing. That's all we have for this last video in terms of your categorization of retail formats. Some examples are given for you to be able to distinguish which type of service based on what firms are here uh, which operate in these different service sectors. If I have to look at a variation between where services to selling goods, you have at one end where only all goods are sold but no services. At the other end, it's all services, no goods. Like a bank or university is purely service. Education is nothing but entirely a service. There's no good being sold to you. But if you keep moving along this service continuum, you'll see airline has a service as well as you have purely service. But good, what can you be as a good? Airline is something also within the airline. You'll have the restaurant service, and restaurant service within restaurant, you're actually eating a product which is nothing but the food. You're getting a service, but also there's a product. Moves on. I mean, just an example given. Actually, the continuum is even larger than this, and you can have almost every single kind of services and goods placed into the continuum. Generally, this continuum is given as a quadrant, but I'm seeing it here as a very uh, basic explanation of what how merchandise and services will vary in terms of all services to all goods, to no service to no goods. That's all I have for you in this chapter. Um,